welcome back to the Select podcast. And this is a really, really special episode today because I am here and I'm joined with the wonderful Papasavva family. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are we?
Fantastic, thank you. How are you?
Good. Are we excited?
Yeah.
How does it feel having the microphone there, Laura?
Is it quite natural?
What microphone?
I don't know.
Luca, what about you?
I enjoy it.
You enjoy it?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
used to it from your YouTube, right?
No,
From
I
your
don't have
YouTube
one.
channel.
I don't use my one really because I don't really post videos with me.
That's fine. You'll get used to it, and I'm sure by the end of it, you'll be posting all over YouTube. So, how long, Laura? Can you remember? How long have you been part of Select for? Or an easier question: when did you start? How old were you?
3.5, 4,
And how old are you now?
9.
Wow. And what about you, Luca?
I started when I was in year 1.
Hmm.
So
6?
yeah, yes. No.
Seven.
Oh, no.
It's about
Okay.
5, 6 when we
5.
started.
Yeah.
5 and 6. And can you remember your first class, Luca?
Yeah, I guess.
What was it?
Yeah, what was it like?
I was quite cheeky.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
Does that not
believe
come as a surprise?
Different child.
Can you remember? Was it a drama class, dance class?
It was in Whit Church, so I think it was the dance class.
And what about you, Laura?
I think my first one was probably dance at Whit Church.
Yeah. And was that a
Oh.
ballet class?
It was dance.
A dance class. Oh, amazing. So, Chris, I'm going to come to you.
You're going to pick on me.
I'm going to pick on
Go
you.
for it.
So, before you started obviously coming to Select, both of you were looking for performing arts classes. And what was the reason, not necessarily for Select, but what was the reason you looked for performing arts classes for Lara and Luca?
It's basically living out my dreams on behalf of our kids.
Oh, really? We've got a
no,
question here that comes to hidden talent, so just wait.
I think obviously you've got education, which is really good, really important. School, sport is very important to the kids as well. Physical activity, but also it's something a way for them to express themselves. They're always very expressive at home. They're quite dramatic or theatrical, Lara.
We love that.
So it's a really good way for them
Yeah.
to kind of express themselves and be creative. And what better way to do it than through Select?
Yeah, amazing. And did you do that as a child? Did you have that outlet for performing arts?
No, I wish I did. I did
Really?
drama up until GCSE and I
Okay.
stopped, but I was kind of harbour dreams of, maybe continuing it at some stage.
And did you have a favourite part that you played? Can you remember that?
The Joker, the comedian.
Maybe we
Oh,
can
now
see
I-
where
Yeah.
Luca gets
Where
Now,
Luca
it.
now I
gets
get
it
my
from.
now I know where my genes are from.
That's right.
Oh, amazing. And for you, Dipti, you said that Lara started with us when she was 3.5. And was it ballet that you necessarily wanted her to start with, or it was just that was the class that was available for her and her age?
I wanted her to start with ballet, so I'd always heard that ballet was the foundation of all dance, and I loved dancing as a child, and I wanted her to love it too. So we started her with ballet. That was her first class. It was actually the one in Avanti, and she was only 3.5. She was tiny. She cried through her first class.
I should remember this.
know,
I
yeah.
guess I was teaching.
You were teaching, and you'd allowed me to come in with her because it was her
Yeah.
first class, and I was at the back with her, and she was just in tears throughout the whole thing, and I thought, oh my god, this is going to be so hard. But I mean, look at her now performing on stage and everything. So it's been an amazing journey for her, I think. But yeah, I mean, we started with ballet, then we did obviously dance when you moved to Whit Church.
Street dance.
Street
yeah,
dance,
yeah. A
yes.
bit more modern dance. Yeah.
Yeah. And then luckily dance moved to Saturday as well, which meant that we could just get everything done on Saturday, which was great. And then she's joined a bunch of other classes. So yeah.
Oh, that's so good to hear. And I think that's really important because I'm sure there's lots of parents that might be bringing their child for the first time to a class, and their child, just like Lara, is there crying. How did that make you feel in that moment?
To be honest, I'm quite thick-skinned. So when she was crying, I was just like, this will pass and she'll love it. And I think it's just believing that when a child starts something new, it's always a possibility that they're going to be scared, they're not going to love it, they're not going to know what to do. And so how do they express themselves? They cry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, I just knew that she would get through that barrier with the right support, which I think she has had all throughout. And, you know, I knew she'd love it once she'd get into it. And it didn't take long. I think by the second class, I was sitting outside, not inside the class. And by the third class, I wasn't there anymore. So it didn't take long at all.
And I think that's exactly it. It's sometimes they just need that time to get used to it. And they are so little, 3.5.
Yeah.
Only been on this planet 3.5 years to suddenly go into a brand new environment
class,
and be able to
exactly.
jump straight in. Some kids can do that, but I think it's just having that patience with them, that they will be ready when they're ready. And I think that's exactly what happened with Lara. And Lara, so what classes do you do now?
I do singing, lambda, ballet, jazz, and another ballet, and ballet technique.
Do you have a favourite?
Um,
Don't worry, all the teachers won't mind.
Probably singing and dance.
Singing and dance.
Yeah.
And have you got a favourite memory, favourite from a performance, or a favourite song that you have?
I like all my songs and dances.
Amazing. So, Luca, over to you, Mr. YouTube. do you want to say it now?
Yes.
The
Please.
plug. Go on.
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Luca Papasavva.
Don't you have to do like this or something? Like, doesn't it come up on the
Subscribe.
screen?
Well, yeah, but I
Subscribe
don't know.
here.
It's
Oh.
gonna be
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. Mr. David can add that in. So you started with us with drama and lambda and street dance.
So you started with dance,
Yeah.
actually.
It was only 2 years ago. It wasn't that long ago.
It was 6 years ago.
No,
No,
you did.
now it's 7 years ago because I'm new. I'm
No, you
turning
did-
12 in.
You did
what?
street dance.
He started street dance
10
at
days.
Whitchurch.
Yeah.
And then he moved into doing lambda and he stopped street dance.
Yeah.
So he did lambda the longest. And then a couple of years ago, he had a refound passion for dancing and he started the Saturday dancing classes
Yes.
again.
Yes.
So he did the Saturday dancing classes for about a term or 2 terms.
Mhm.
And then he stopped again. And then he just stuck
Yeah,
to
but
lambda.
I also thought it
Bit of
was
sh-
partly getting out and not doing my homework.
Oh, well, there we go. There we go.
So, do you still have that now? Can you still get up doing your homework? No? I was going to ask you this.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately not. I was going to ask you the same as Lara. I know you've performed in quite a few of our different shows, but it could be one of our shows or it could be at school. Have you got a favourite performance or a favourite character that you played?
It wasn't with Select. When I did my Year 6 production, had quite a big role. And it was like a partnership where I was like quite clumsy and the guy was just like, and my best friend was just like dragging me along. And it was called Pirates of the Caribbean. And I had something like
Okay, cool.
82 lines.
82?
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to learn all of those?
A week or two.
Wow, that's really impressive. And did you have a special technique or a way that you learnt those lines?
I just remember. I don't know how I do. I just I read,
Just talented.
remember, and just say. Read, remember, say.
I remember that from
Mhm.
his lambda exams. When he sits
Yeah.
for his exams, he never knows his piece up until about 2 weeks before the exam. And I'm always drumming in, going, come on, we need to learn this piece. We need to learn this piece. And then he'll disappear for a couple of days and come back and he knows it. And
all
I
just
have
falls
no
together,
idea how
yeah.
he does it.
Well, again,
but-
everyone's different. I mean, I would have to have spent time highlighting,
Yes.
underlining, annotating. But I think however you learn and you absorb information, so that's great. So Year 7 production, you might have 102 lines.
Don't mind.
Great. So we're going to move on to the grown-ups a little bit now. We'll come back to you, Lara and Luca. So I guess it's about confidence. That's what we all want. I don't have children yet, but potentially in the future. But it was just to hear from your perspective as parents, what do you want them to gain, not only from, say, performing arts classes, but what skills do you want them to have as they grow up, as they're going through their teenage years, as they're becoming adults? Is there anything that you think, for example, I want them to be confident, I want them to be secure in themselves, I want them to be able to express themselves. Is there anything that you feel is most important?
I think the story that Dipti told about Lara going into ballet in her first ballet class and like kind of crying and being stuck to Dipti and looking at the difference from then and the timeline to where she is now and what she's been through is testament, because it gives her the confidence to stand up in class and talk, to call, so all the skills that you need when you're in school, but also school assemblies, all the other extracurricular things that you do, the confidence to speak your mind. And that's only going to stand her in good stead when it comes to job opportunities, university or college or whatever she decides to do. There's so many different strings to her bow now, both of them. And Select has played a massive part in that.
Thank you. And that wasn't there to plug,
No
plug
plugs.
Select. Honestly, it was just
It's
when-
been such a big part of our
Oh,
lives.
It's true,
no,
yeah.
that's great. That's obviously that's really touching to me. But it's more I can see how important children being able to express themselves, and the performing arts gives them that platform to be able to do that they might not realise that when they're becoming a character, then when they go home or out of school or in school, they have that confidence because they've been used to having to stand up and sing or
Absolutely.
play someone that they wouldn't be used to playing. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think, like you were saying, what skills do you want your children to have, performing arts or not? I think, I'd want them to be kind.
Yeah.
I'd want them to be resilient.
Yeah.
And I would want them to be empathetic to the situations and people around them. And even if we're not saying, how are they linked to performing arts? I think they actually are. I think performing arts in every way equips a child or an adult with skills that help you throughout your lives. They learn teamwork, they learn being kind to each other, but at the same time they learn how to stand up on stage by themselves. They learn the confidence. They learn that actually if a performance doesn't go well, or if they fail an exam or don't get such a great grade, they learn resilience from it. They grow. So actually all the skills that you would want your children to have in life can all be tied back to performing arts. And I think that's, for us, so important.
Absolutely. And talking about confidence within school and obviously outside of school, I know the Papasavva family, you have, I can't even imagine your timetable. Is it crazy? Do you have a crazy timetable on the wall and it's highlighted with everyone's roles?
I'm practically an Uber driver.
A free Uber driver, that's not
absolutely. Yeah, I'll get my pay back later on in life.
Pension.
We do have a whiteboard. We have a whiteboard with a lot going on. To give you an example, with Luca, he plays football 3 times a week. He's a Taekwondo black belt. In addition to that, he has
He does swimming.
the swimming as well. Swims for an hour.
He
Llama.
does
Yeah.
Chess.
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 Table tennis.
Table tennis.
So it's at
It's
least one
literally
club a day, and at the
Pretty much,
weekend
yeah.
more.
Tuition.
Yeah, so it's 1 club a day, apart from Thursdays where he has 2 clubs. And actually
I thought you would say it was a break, but
No.
no, it's 2.
No.
So Thursdays.
Those
Yeah.
days I only have 1 club.
Thursdays you have table tennis in the morning, and then you have swimming in the
Oh.
afternoon.
So
So
many,
he
I can't
does a
remember.
number of clubs at school, which are actually quite easy because they get incorporated into the timetable and you don't have to worry about them. But then outside of school, he does a club Monday to Saturday, and then during football season, he has a game on Sunday. So literally every day we are somewhere.
Wow.
And then you compound that with Lara's. Luckily, Lara's 4 of her classes are on a Saturday, so that's quite nice. But again, every weekday apart from Tuesday, she's at a class. So
So how-
Sunday I'm not.
and Sunday, yes.
Yeah, because you're
Sunday's
here now,
homework
you're here.
day.
Sunday might be your podcast day. Who knows?
There we
Moving
go. Yeah,
forward.
podcast.
So how do you manage that, Mum and Dad, with these crazy schedules?
They don't, they just do.
I just get told to go somewhere and do it.
I mean, we both work full time.
Yeah.
So that makes it harder.
Yeah.
We try and obviously get as many classes as we can outside of those hours. So, where possible, we do classes that start after 5:30, 5:45, and try and cram as much as we can in the weekends. But, we have conversations with the kids every term in terms of, okay, these are all the classes you're doing. Which ones shall we cut? Because we need to focus on homework as you get older. And there's never any they want to cut. And if anything, they just want to do more. And it's like, can't fit anymore, so let's not have that conversation.
I think that's an important point because we're trying to give them as much as exposure as possible
Which
to
is
as much
amazing.
as possible.
Yeah.
And they can figure out what they like and what they don't like. And at the moment, they kind of pretty much like everything. So, you know, we are there
So here we are.
to help them find what they like.
And I think that's really important if you're able to, which you two are, and you're amazing parents, that you're able to give them exactly that, a range of different activities, different ideas, that they can then form their own ideas of what they want to do. So Luca, Lara, do you have any aspirations, any dream jobs, anything in the future you want to do? Oh, Lara's nodding. Tell us. Will you tell us?
I want to be a therapist in the school.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. Earlier, on a previous episode, shall I say, not earlier today because we didn't batch record, there was a therapist on there who works within schools. So that will be really interesting for you to listen to. Can you tell me why? Why would you want to do that?
Because one of my favourite teachers at school is a therapist and she's really kind and I like to help people.
That's amazing. And do you know, when you say help people, how would you want to help people with that?
If they're sad, I like to talk to people about it.
That's amazing. That's so nice. And I feel like you do that with I've known you for a long time and you're such a kind girl. Do you do that already for your friends?
Outside of the house.
Luca, we're coming to you in a minute. Let Lara have her spotlight. Are you kind of like the friend therapist with your group of friends? And from the select classes, have you made any new friends?
Yeah. Isabel, Sophie, Laura.
I think most classes she has friends in, and particularly that ballet street, ballet technique
Emily.
run that she has.
Yes.
They've got this little group.
Do you do anything outside of classes with those friends, or I suppose you're so busy?
Maybe birthday parties and things like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, a therapist, that's going to be amazing. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I'm really excited for you. And Luca, what about you? Any ideas?
I want to be a Formula 1 driver, of course. You basically travel the world and you get to race cars.
So I guess you've got a countdown until you can take your your driving test.
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. And you've got a particular car that you want?
I mean, I'm looking.
He keeps sending me links from Auto Trader.
Which kind of what
For my first car, I would probably just want like a small like car and then tune it so it's like loud and noisy.
so you put the extra, I don't know what it is in there. Is it turbo? That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's exciting as well. Do you have anyone that you really like? Any of the Formula 1 drivers?
Yeah,
is that right?
I like Lando Norris. Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't know who he is.
No, I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about Formula 1. I'm just nodding.
Oh, he drives for McLaren. Yeah, well, they won the Constructors' Championship in 2024 and 2025, and they also won the Drivers in 2025, Lando Norris.
I don't know about that, but that does sound very exciting and very cool.
He was saying earlier in the car that his Lambda classes will help him with his marketing campaigns when he wins the races.
Yes, and how will that help?
You know, when you win races, you have to go to interviews, and then when you do the interviews, you have to show lots of confidence because there's hundreds of thousands of fans watching.
Absolutely. So you can transfer everything you've learnt in your drama for when you're winning that. Do you win a trophy? I think you do, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
But we'll be cheering you on when you win that. So another one back to the grown-ups. So we were talking about confidence, and I think sometimes we want our children, and same for us with our students, want them to be confident. We want them to achieve. We want them to do the best they can. But there can sometimes be elements of pressure with that. So I guess my question to both of you is, how do you support your children to do as well as they possibly can without putting too much pressure on them?
I think it's such a balance, isn't
it?
A difficult balance to strike. I think children are all individuals, and so I think as a parent you need to gauge what they're good at, what they're not so great at, what do they get joy out of, and what they don't like. And I think you need to support them in those right paths for them. I mean, Chris will tell you as well, we're not one of those competitive parents where, you know, my child has to be the best at everything. For us, it's really important that it's things that they enjoy doing. It's things that they are naturally into. But once they know that, once we know that, then it's important to help them in that path. So, for example, with Luca, he openly says he doesn't like school, he doesn't like academics, and we didn't want to pressurize him into sitting the 11 plus and having to study the whole time. His passion is sports. And that's where he wants to spend his time, and we've allowed him to do that. With Lara, it's slightly different. She loves dancing, she loves singing, and initially both of those classes started off as something she did for fun. But as soon as we realized that actually she was pretty good, she liked it, she enjoyed it, we took her down the grading path, obviously with Select. And when she does her grading, she does get nervous, she does worry about it, and we support her the best we can with practices, with watching her do it, recording it, playing it back, and touch wood, she's done really well. So I think once they know which way they want to go, I think it's then important to help them go through the grading or the structure of moving ahead. But if it's not something that they're not into, there's no point in pushing them to do it.
So it's letting them lead and then kind of embracing what their likes are and supporting them through that. Yeah,
absolutely.
So nerves, I think you've just mentioned that, and I think that is something that we all get. I was nervous. I'm okay now, but I was nervous to sit here and host this podcast, and I think even as a child, as you grow up as an adult, we still get nervous as well. So I think that's important that children realise that nerves are not always a bad thing. Lara, do you get nervous about anything?
Yeah.
Anything in particular?
Exams? Yeah.
And is that something that is just before you say go into the exam or before, like earlier before? Before?
Yeah.
And how do you make yourself feel better about that?
I practice a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And at home, days before the exam, we pretend that I'm in the exam, and I do all of like the dances and the warm-ups.
No, that's really, really good. That's something that we would say. What about you, Luca? Do you get nervous?
If you were doing a Select performance on stage, do you feel nervous before that?
No.
How do you feel?
I just feel normal.
Yeah. And then when you're on stage, how do you feel?
Normal.
You don't feel any emotion.
He's so in the character.
He's in the zone.
He's method acting. He's gone
in his
into
flow
that.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But Laura, that's really good to hear, because there's going to be lots of people listening that feel nervous as well. And remember, for an exam, say a dance exam or a singing exam or a drama exam or any exam you go into, the person that's watching and marking you, they just want you to do the best that you can do. And that's what you need to remember, to be yourself, go in there and just show them what you can do. If that's in a maths exam, it's slightly different, or a singing exam, that's all you need to remember, because everyone gets it. And even that examiner is probably sitting there and they might have to do an exam for an examiner or something, and they'll be feeling nervous. So it's just remembering that you can use that to drive your performance or drive your maths or English exam. I won't pretend to know about that, because that was a long time ago. And grown-ups, is there a particular time, again, it doesn't have to be to do with Select, where you have felt extremely proud of Lara and Luca? I'm sure you have thousands, millions, but is there one standout moment?
There is for me. With Lara. So I'm not a crier. Like, I don't cry. And when Lara performed Birds of a Feather on stage, oh my God, there was this bit where she did the solo, and that almost brought a tear to my eye. That was incredible.
Almost choked me up as well.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So for Lara, I think that was definitely my favorite. But I mean, it's always so nice to see her on stage. And actually, even her ballet, like, she's just so graceful. And at home she can be really energetic and
she's basically
mad.
the opposite. So at home she's a devil.
Luca.
And then when as soon as she steps foot outside that house, she's
just
maybe we should just change.
So are you the other way round then? Are you the angel at home and then you step out? I'm joking.
No, it's true.
Oh, that's lovely.
I agree. I feel the same. I feel that performance for me stood out because it was beautiful. But I think when these two have been on stage together is a really special moment. So Luca played Mr. Stink. Yes. And Lara was, I can't remember who you were.
Someone.
There's a great picture. There's a picture and Lara's like this in the stripy
That's
dress.
Right. And also Monster High together.
That was really good as well.
Yeah. Also, for me, another really proud moment was when Luca got his black belt. Because that was a really to do it at the age of 10, I think it was, or 11. I think it was still 10.
How
at
many
that time.
people do it? That's really young, isn't it, for that?
It is young, yeah. So that was a real standout moment for me as well.
Yeah. Just so you know, Dipti, so Miss Joanna was at the side of the stage for that song, and me and her were crying as well. I think it's such an emotional song, and I think as well, it was the girls that especially that have been with us since 3.5, and then it was suddenly like a really grown up piece.
The way they dressed,
it was just they seemed really grown up, really together, and just on there and just performing, and I think that was for me as well. I was looking, thinking, wow, how far they've come, and to be able to, it's a really hard song. You had different harmonies, didn't you? All different things that Miss Joanna is amazing to do. So no, that was a lovely moment for me to see as well. When you said that you did a bit of acting when you were younger,
only at school, only kind of. It wasn't anywhere near as kind of.
No,
No, I'm not putting it down. just stuff in drama and that kind of thing. But I was kind of like harbour, what I wish I continued with it, because I do. I think I'm quite dramatic at home. I really enjoy we have a little banter with the kids and stuff like that, and we we maybe do stuff in a theatrical way at home.
That's great.
You chase her around the house, and and then Dad's like, "Rah!"
So do you think then that you stopped it because you felt like you had to?
Yeah, it was different when I was at school, which is quite a while ago. I think if I had an avenue like the kids do, I think it may have been slightly different. But we're talking about confidence and that kind of thing, and I feel like I'm quite a confident person, but I do feel anxious at times. I'm doing kind of presentations at work and that kind of thing, and I don't think Luca and Lara would have the same issues, because it's almost ingrained into them now, where they feel that level of confidence and how to automatically click into almost autopilot and kind of do something on stage or in public. So I think that would have benefited maybe as I was growing up. How about you, Dipti?
I was just going before I was
just looking at me in the back room.
I was just going to say that I think that's what's really great, the world that we live in now, that performing arts in the school day, even in parts of English, they have to be able to do acting, and they have that chance to, even if they're not coming to performing arts class, it's much more accessible. And therefore, regardless if you want to be a performer or not, those skills, like you said, for a presentation, for a job interview, are being ingrained, like you said, from when they start school all the way up. So well, maybe you could start an adult, you could go to an adult drama class. You could try that.
Start one up. I'm not promising
Chris,
anything, but...
your name is down. your name is down.
It'll be good to get him out of the house for a little while.
Lovely, thanks.
Yeah,
you see the dynamic here.
He might have to drop you off.
I'm under Luca's feet all the time, apparently.
Don't think it's the other way around. No, not at all. So Dipti, did you? I heard you say that you loved dance when you were younger, and did you carry on, or did you have to stop that?
So I didn't do any actual classes in dance, but I'm Hindu, and I was part of the Hindu community back in Portugal where I grew up, and they do a Diwali show once a year, every year, and so I'd participate in that. So I'd get kind of my dance outlet once a year, and we'd practice for like 12 weeks or so and then perform, and I used to love it. And I did that for years. And then when I came here for uni, I didn't really find a community to join, or an Indian dance class even. Like, there wasn't really much around when or maybe I just didn't know where to look. But I did, the university did a couple of fashion shows and things, which I like, Indian Bollywood style fashion shows, which I participated in. And then it just kind of fizzled out, I think. I stopped uni, went to work full time, and kind of lost touch with the dancing and all
Dance
that.
at weddings.
Yeah,
At
I
weddings
do.
and stuff
Oh,
like that,
wow.
which is
Yeah,
amazing,
maybe so you need adult drama and adult dance classes.
Yes. Okay, Luca can do the
He's your hype man
promotion.
over here.
Yeah, I can do the promotion. And would you say the skills that you, obviously from performing, from dancing, that you feel more confident in, say, more life situations because you have done that?
Yeah, I think definitely. I
Mhm.
think once you go through that process of, okay, I'm going to go on stage, which means I need to learn a choreography, and then you put time into learning that choreography. And I guess the mindset that you need for, I need to do this in order to do a good job on stage. And then, like you say, that those nerves
Yeah,
and the butterflies
yeah.
in your tummy and how you get over that. And, and like you were saying, nerves are actually a good thing,
Yeah.
because I think also it means it shows that you care. And, to be able to go past that and, actually get on stage and then perform, I think all of those skills, for example, that I've just described in getting ready for a performance are so similar to getting up, in front of a C-suite to do a presentation. I still have the same method. I will prepare for a presentation. I will have butterflies in my tummy before I present, and I still need to get up there and project my voice and present. So I think, that skill set that you learn as a part of performing arts, you could pretty much apply to any situation in life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love dancing, and I miss it, and I like it that the kids
You
do
can see,
it.
yeah,
so
you can
it's
see them
great.
doing that. Absolutely. So we're nearly coming to the end. I'm looking through my notes.
Really?
So did we want to do a bit of a fun segment?
Yes.
Okay. So Luca,
Fully yes.
did you want to try and teach the grown-ups, I say try and teach the grown-ups one of your tricky tongue twisters that you have to do for a warm-up in your drama class?
Daddy's got a head like a ping pong ball.
Okay, should we go with that one then? Lara, do you want to start? Or should we do if we all know the chicken tikka one, we could do that one. Or Lara, would you like to do the
Ping pong ball, come on.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to start it?
Me?
Okay, you could be your best teacher now. Teach your voice.
I can't remember, is it Daddy or is it Papa?
Mummy.
Papa. Oh, you could do either.
Mummy's got it. Don't pick on
Yes,
me.
Papa.
Okay.
Can we make Dad do it by himself?
We'll see. We'll have a practice all together first. So, Lara, off you go.
Papa's got a head like a ping pong ball. Papa's got a head like a ping pong ball. Papa's got a head like a ping pong ball, like a ping. Like a ping pong, like a ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping
How many ping pong balls
Okay.
you got?
Papa's
Daddy's got a head like a ping pong ball. Mommy's got a head like a ping pong ball.
like a ping,
Like a ping,
like a ping pong ball,
like a ping pong ball.
like a ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong ball.
Like a ping pong, 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 ball. Like a
I
ping
forgot
pong,
it.
ping pong, ping
I forgot
pong. Daddy's got a head like a ping pong ball. Mommy's got a head like a ping pong ball. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong.
Not
ping
quite
pong,
right.
Ping pong, pong.
Well done, Luca.
I call that. I
Well
just
done,
want to-
Lara. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Is
having
there
us.
anything else that I didn't ask that maybe I sent you before and you haven't said? I want to give you the platform to say anything.
I think obviously parents are going to be listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
and we had talked about it earlier that so Luca has ADHD. He's been diagnosed with impulsivity and compulsivity, and hyperactivity and impulsivity. So he has a lot of energy, and obviously when he started with Lambda with Select, we didn't know that was the case, and we noticed that he used to love his Lambda classes, and that was great, fine. And I think over the years, we've learned, obviously, that he's got all this pent-up energy that isn't just about it. It's not just about him being a boy with lots of energy. There's obviously a lot behind it as well. And we were just saying how we think that something like Lambda has really helped him with two things: focusing his energy when he's in an environment where he needs to achieve something, but also letting out that pent-up demand. And I think the teachers, this was the other thing we were saying that I don't think we quite got to say in the podcast earlier, but the teachers are so great because in Luca's specific example, I think the teachers really allowed him to express himself and be energetic, both physically and vocally in his classes. And then once that was kind of out of the way, it focused his energy on the learning, which is incredible. But then that's got us kind of talking about the teachers and how, like, every single teacher, Lauren, I think
Stop.
every single teacher, and I think I think I've said this to you before, but I think it all just ties back to you. I think it's obviously you were the first teacher at Select, and that's what we knew. We knew you as the ballet teacher, and I think you've gone to grow this business, and every teacher you've recruited has you in them, like your skills, your nurturing, the way you are with the kids. I mean, they are all exactly the same, and they're so amazing. Like every single teacher, it's the consistency is just incredible. I mean, they're so great with the children. They really help them grow. They let them have a good time, but they teach them. I mean, yeah.
And I think balance. 100% agree.
Yes, and so I think I think two things that I think we just wanted to get across is that, where if your child is neurodivergent, I think performing arts is such a great way to help them, help them steady, help them be themselves, yet help them focus. And the second thing was just you've got amazing teachers.
Thank you so much. That's not on my notes. No, that's really, really, obviously that's the best thing I could possibly hear. But I think going back to Luca and other parents and children that might be in the same place or dealing with the same things is that with performing arts and with these classes, it's not a set way. It's not a set way of being or way of doing. Even if they are learning a particular acting script or monologue or a particular dance or a song, it's all done. It can all be done in different ways. And I think that's exactly what we want to do at Select, and is make sure that every single child is able to do it in their own way. Yes, with the structure and with the help of how we know we can do things and teach, but give them that space to be themselves. And yes, I adore all my teachers as well. They are amazing. So that means a lot. So thank you. And thank you for being on here today. And yeah, maybe we can bring you back for another one at another time. Would you like that, Lara?
Yeah, it was fun.
Got more comfortable with the mic. Yeah. Anything you want to say to the audience? No.
You're not shy, are you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not shy. No, I'm not shy. Yeah, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, please.
And the Select podcast. Chris, anything you want to say to the listeners at home?
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching and listening to having an insight into the Papasavva family.
And maybe Romesh is listening. Imagine if Romesh...
Maybe, yeah.
That would be great. I'm a big fan as well. Maybe we can get on his podcast.
Yeah, or free tickets to shows. Or,
yeah, either or. Dipti, anything you want to say to the listeners and the parents?
Thank you for listening. And if you are considering performing arts for your child, seriously, go ahead. It's the best thing we've done for ours.
Lara, you can look straight at you.
Select is amazing.
Oh, thank you guys.